What was my first impression? She was really tall. So at Winter Formal, when I first met her, she was wearing high heels, and apparently that's the first time she wore high heels in her life, and she was like probably a couple inches taller than me. So I didn't think anything of it. So that was my first impression, and that sounds so sad, but when I was at Six Flags, my real first impression of her was like, she's into really good music, she's down to earth, and she's like, is down for anything.
I thought he was really short because I was wearing super tall heels and I never wear tall heels, but he was literally like a foot shorter than me, and I was like, cool, he's driving to Six Flags and he's really short. Like, I was just, I don't know. He has a nice mustache.
For appearances, my favorite thing about her is her eyes. I always call them my little emeralds. The other things I love about her is that she is really, really sweet, and that sounds such like a generalized thing to say, but after like serving alongside her, and not just like in the ministry that she's in, but like everyone around her, she's always like looking out for them and trying to help them. That's been a really cool part, serving alongside her, and something that I admire a lot about her.
My favorite thing about Kevin physically is his smile. I would say my favorite like attribute of him is that he's very accepting, he's very outgoing, and he's just like who wouldn't want to be around Kevin? He's just like really chill. I'm saying like a lot. I should stop.
Long story short, how I proposed, I took it to a park. I had this like whole perfect day in my mind set up. Did not go that way, and I set up some photographers to take pictures of us. At some point the photographers got compromised, and she saw them, but she was nice and didn't want to say anything about it, and she knew it was coming the whole time. But I remember proposing to her on a bridge, this really cool looking bridge, and the way I said it was not very traditional. I said, so you want to get married? And she freaked out. But what was funny is she didn't say yes right away, because she wanted to say yes, but I think she was so in shock and wanted to put on the ring that she wanted to take the ring and put it on, but she was like, what do I do with this ring? And I was like, well, are you gonna take the ring and say yes? So it was really funny.
So we went to this park just like on a date, and he literally couldn't have a conversation with me the whole time because he was so like focused on what he was gonna say to me, like as a speech when he proposed. And so when we got out there, he like was looking all around and couldn't like he couldn't focus on like even having a conversation. And I saw our photographer in the grass, like off to the side of the road, and I saw him, and Kevin was like, oh, it's probably just some guy smoking weed, let's just keep going. And so we kept going, and so we like got up onto this bridge, and he was like, do you want to marry me? And I was like, wait, really? And he was like, yeah, do you want to marry me? And I was like, well, you have to put the ring on. And then I forgot to say yes, and so he always gives me crap about that.
That's how we got engaged, and it was super not planned how I originally had it. It was just weird, but like something I can always look back to and laugh about. I'm looking forward to just on my wedding day, just to dance like crazy, and dancing with my new wife. And it's just, for me, dancing has always just been like a way to just like really express yourself and just have fun. Like, to me, in my ultimate form, and like having to do that with your wife would be so much fun. So I'd love to get ready to dance already. So I just want to shake my booty.
I remember thinking she was way too cool to be my friend. Yeah, I met her at church and she's like just so outgoing, and I always wanted to be more like that because I'm a little bit more like, I'm just not outgoing and confident like she is. And so that was my first thing of her, is that she's just so good with people, and I wanted to just aspire to be like that, like her. And yeah, I just remember being shocked when she wanted to be friends with me, because I was like, oh, she wants to be friends with me and she's friends with everybody else too. And just so personable and so relatable to everybody around her, and really is like intuitive to people. I'm so excited just to be a part of this and just to see it finally happening, because it's been a long time coming. So yeah, I'm ready to get them married.
Kevin and I, we met at church, and quite honestly, I can't remember the exact day that we met, but I could tell you that we hit it off enough to where we could go periods of time without seeing each other, and when we do see each other, it's like nothing ever changed. It's like we just saw each other yesterday. And Erin, I had met her prior to this wedding, but the big moment that sticks with me is the wedding we were at, where she took our baby daughter at the time. Girl was maybe 6 months old, and she held her for a good part of the wedding, to the point where my wife and I were kind of looking at each other like, do we just enjoy ourselves now? What do we do? We even tried taking our daughter back from her, because we didn't think anyone would want to hold on to a kid that long. But she just wanted to hold Colette, and at that point, that's when I looked at Kevin and I said, you need to marry this girl, and quick. Biggest piece of advice I could give you is be quick to forgive and have a lot of patience for one another. That's what's been helping me and my wife out more so than anything else. If you can take that into every day, every step of your marriage, you guys are going to do just fine. And always continue to love each other. Always continue to love each other.
Erin, you've been a godly woman since long before I met you. I knew at the moment you told me you need to pray about us being together, and I've seen it every day since we've been together. You are selfless, always looking after my best interests. Even when I was a punk, you fought past it and helped me look at my real issues. I'm so glad you did, because now I get to look forward to an amazing life with my best friend, whose eyes are my precious emeralds. I look forward to so many adventures with you. I look forward to hammocking with you in faraway places, and starting an orphanage in a different country where I can be a wrestler for the Lord. I look forward to listening to your beautiful voice echo through the house as you practice for worship. I promise to serve God alongside you. I promise to hold you in my arms whenever you need a comforter. I promise to not embarrass you with my macho man impressions. I promise to watch all the VeggieTale episodes with you. I promise to always be silly with you and enjoy the adventure of marriage with you. I promise to laugh with you. I promise to cry with you. I promise to protect you. I promise to pray with you. I promise to wash you with the Word of God. And I promise to love you forever.
Kevin, words cannot fully express how deep my love for you has grown. When we first met, I knew the Lord had put us in each other's lives for a reason, and now I see that that reason was for us to be a team unified in Him. I promise to continue to laugh with you, or at you, to cry with you, to push you to look to Christ, to be there for you when you need someone to lean on, to encourage you to pursue the callings that God has and will place on your life, to be your physical and emotional helpmeet, including picking up your socks that miss the hamper, to cherish the simple moments of ordering pizza and watching a movie, even if that movie is Harry Potter, to look to you for shelter and guidance as you look to our Savior for directions, to be the one you tell all of the silly little details about your day to, because you can, and to love you unconditionally as Christ has loved us.
You are my greatest joy, my best friend, my favorite human, and I love you.
Find me here when the world thinks that I've disappeared. You know just where to look. You know just where to look. And you have a heart of gold. And I look forward to growing old. 'Cause I'll be old with you. Oh, I'll be old with you. The moon awaits tonight. The sun awaits the day. Yeah, and I'll await the time when I'll look you in the eyes and say, oh, I'll say I do. I do, I do, I do, I do. I do, I do, I do. And I'll plant a garden in the summertime and pick you flowers in the rain or shine, just because I can, or just because I can. The moon awaits the night. The sun awaits the day. And I'll await the time when I'll look you in the eyes and say, oh, I'll say I do. I do, I do, I do, I do. I do, I do, I do. Or through the calm and the wind, through thick and through thin, through the losses and wins. Oh, I do, I do, I do. Too rich and too poor. Oh, my heart is yours. Through sickness and health. Oh, I do, I do, I do. The moon awaits the night. The sun awaits the day. And I'll await the time when I'll look you in the eyes and say, oh, I'll say I do. I do, I do, I do, I do. I do, I do, I do.